We can talk about Bill Cosby and what we think about what he did or didn't do, but let's talk about the first DA. In this country, and we've talked about it many times on this show, district attorneys have wide, far-reaching discretion. Whatever you think of Bruce Castor, who then went on to unsuccessfusly, well, I guess, you know, he didn't get it again, 45, but he, well, I used to interview him as a young anchor in Philadelphia. He made a decision. I don't have the evidence. He felt that Ms. Constand's story, there were pieces and parts of it that weren't lining up. It happens, by the way, when a woman is drugged. That happens, okay? So he made that decision, and then he decided to play God and said, but I want to help you. I'm going to remove Mr. Cosby's reliance on self-incrimination. That's basically what he did. I will remove the threat of any criminal charges so he can no longer have a right to remain silent. And he'll have to talk in a deposition, and that way you'll get paid. Okay, that's what he did. It's that simple. Once that happens, there can be no more judgment in a court of law for her about, and she understood that. She understood that and was going forward with her civil case. So I think you have to put it over there. The other thing is that DA race was crazy. And Mr. Steele ran on, if I'm elected, I'm going to lock up Bill Cosby. He made it across the election threshold, and then he made good on his threat. And he knew that there were issues with that, and he did it anyway. And some would argue he did not necessarily do it for the right reasons. He first did it to get elected, and then he did it not necessarily in the interest of women. But DAs sometimes do these things. And a lot of people cheered it because they believe Bill Cosby had done some really just terrible things here for too long, and he'd gotten away with it for too long. But that doesn't mean that what he did was okay. When you have Bruce Castor, as Candace said, testifying that, yeah, I gave him this deal and he relied on it, then, I mean, what do you expect? You know, it's not a technicality. God forbid you're offered a deal and they take it back 5 years later, however many years later, and suddenly you're in jail. So I really take issue with Mr. Steele. Okay, I think there's plenty to sprinkle around here, and the women, at least one who this conviction was for, are left out again. So it's tough, and it's something that women too often have to face.
That's the reason I asked Candace about the blame game, and you know, we're gonna say about Castor, and he felt, I guess, at the time that he was doing the right thing, trying to get Andrea Constand money because Bill Cosby obviously has funds and the money, so he was feeling like he was doing the right thing. Turned around and it bit him, or it bit the district attorney's case in Pennsylvania later. But we can blame Castor a lot for that. But we can also, once again, the blame to the district attorney Steele, is it, that you mentioned, for prosecuting him in the first place. Because if they knew the law, if we know the law, and the Supreme Court obviously knows the law because it was unanimous, he shouldn't have been tried in the first place. And that district attorney should have known that, you know what, I can't use this testimony because he basically he wasn't given his, I guess, his Fifth Amendment rights. I don't know if I'm speaking the same legalese that everybody else is speaking or how it goes, whatever. All I know is what has been presented to me. And once again, Bill Cosby, in this instance, should not have been tried in the first place. Probably shouldn't have been in jail. Now, it does not, once again, mean that he is innocent. So when we bring up the term innocent, that is the issue that I take exception to, because he did testify. However you got the testimony, he did testify to drugging women. Now, he could say that it was consensual, whatever. These other women are coming out and saying, no, it wasn't the case. But there are also people out there who will say, well, that was a sign of the times. And why did it take people so long for them to come out and basically accuse Bill Cosby? And they're jumping on the bandwagon and, yeah, all those women can't be telling the truth. Yeah, that may be the case. All those women may not be telling the truth. It's over 50 of them, right? But guess what, Sharon? Guess what, world? Guess what, people out there who are saying things like that? All it takes is one who is telling the truth. And if one of them is telling the truth, that is enough for me. And that makes him a rapist, if that is the case. Now, once again, wasn't given, I guess, a fair trial in a sense. We don't know in the court of law, but in the court of public opinion, people are going to have their opinions, and I certainly have mine. My whole thing now, Sharon, is moving forward, because you heard some of the victims or the alleged victims in this case come out and saying that this was heartbreaking, this was miscarriage of justice, and they're distraught. I understand that. But there are so many women out there, Sharon, and I know you know some, I know some women out there who have been victims of sexual assault who won't say anything because of situations like this, because they don't feel like they're going to get the justice. They feel like they're going to get the blame in a lot of cases, and they feel like they just don't want to be embarrassed. So for the people who come out and say, why does it take so long? Why did you take 25 years for you to come out and say something? Why did it take 30? I know people who have been sexually assaulted 25, 30 years ago who have said it to certain members of their family or close loved ones, but will never take it publicly because they're embarrassed by it, because they feel like they will be treated as if they did something wrong. And that is just the way it is in society, and it is wrong, and it has got to change. As a man who has 2 daughters, I got 3 daughters actually, 3 daughters, if something like that, I would want my daughters to speak up, but at the same time, I would not want them to go through the same scrutiny that some of these alleged victims or these victims have to go through in our society because you love and you adore a celebrity or an entertainer in this case. That is the issue that I have here. So moving forward, I hope these women who are victims of sexual assault, rape, or what have you, will have the courage to speak up. And I know it's hard to do that, but I will put it in the context of black people, in a sense. You're making strides, you're making moves, and you thought because of the Me Too movement, Bill Cosby going to jail, that was a start, that was a movement, that was something that was a step in the right direction. Now there's a setback. Black people, we have made steps in the right direction, but guess what? Every time you make a step forward, they try and take a step back from you. But it does not mean that you give up the fight. It does not mean that we have to stop fighting. You have to continue to speak up. People have to continue to tell their stories, and we have to support these people while they're going through it. Once again, if it's true. Now, I know a lot of people out there trying to get their glory, trying to get their fame, and that's totally wrong too. But if somebody is a victim in these cases, please find somebody to speak to, find a support group, and these support groups, please support these victims to speak up, because we need to stop this in its tracks. Once again, bottom line.
Maybe there should be less men who are DAs. Maybe there should be less male DAs and more women. And women and this whole courage thing, it's true, extremely difficult. But women have to make a choice. And if you're a woman, I don't know women who weren't sexually harassed, okay? I may know a few women who weren't sexually assaulted, but when you put up that photo of all those faces, I'm a woman, okay? I know what the odds are when it comes to those women, okay? And what happened to those women. This whole thing where maybe they did it, maybe they didn't, if you speak up, you're gonna lose your livelihood, it's real. Okay? And we don't want a support group. We want justice. And we want you to stop taking what doesn't belong to you. How about that? Okay? How about that? And we want black women to be valued too, and to get money too. Because that's the American way, when you take something from me that I can't get back. How about that? Okay? It's easy for me because I've never been starstruck, okay? I love to joke around, but I've never been starstruck since I was a kid and looked at a Michael Jackson poster. Once I know you're a rapist, I could care less about pudding pops and a Cosby show. It's that simple to me, okay? So Felicia Rashad, who I like, but I hate what she tweeted out yesterday, because she's a black woman and I'm quite sure she too has been violated in some way. What degree, I don't know, but if she's a woman, black, Hollywood, I know she too has been up against it. This was wrong. Wrong. Mm-hmm. Finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. Have several seats. Look in the mirror and remember who you are, Queen. Bill Cosby's lapdog is not it. It's not it. Maybe there needs to be more women DAs. How about that?
Yeah, and I would wish that that would be the answer to it all, but I've also seen a lot of women come out against some of the victims. Disappointing. I've also seen a lot of black people come out against alleged victims who are black, because the accuser is also black and is also a celebrity and somebody they admire and they adore. I've seen people, and let's go beyond Bill Cosby. We could talk, let's bring in R. Kelly. Let's talk about that. Children. Children. And yet R. Kelly still has fans. This is what we're dealing with in society. This is what we have to live with. This is what we're dealing with and trying to get past right now in society. People who are starstruck. People who do like these celebrities and can't get past the fact that they can do wrong too, and they need to be punished for doing something wrong. We as black people, one thing I love about us as black people is that we will support our people, but at the same time, if we do something wrong, we will spank our own. We are not like Republicans. We don't do that. If a Republican does something wrong, hey, you can go and you can start an insurrection. Oh, no, they're great people. They're tourists. They're patriots. No, we don't do that. If somebody in our black community does wrong, we have to spank you. You got to do your time, brother. I told you once again, my stepfather, my father who raised me, I have his last name, 9 years in prison, murder for hire, was a hitman, did his time. He was wrong. Ask me all the time, Mike, help me get out. No, I'm not helping you get out of prison. You have got to do your time, brother. That is just the way it is. Do I like it all the time? Absolutely not, because I do want to see people reform and give second chances. I understand that. But at the same time, when somebody in our community, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a garbage man. I don't care if you're the richest man in the world. And you got all the celebrity in the world. When you do something wrong, you have got to pay the consequences for it. I've gone through it before. I know about accountability. I'm still trying to right my wrongs in my life, in my personal life, and society. I've had to pay for it in my personal lives. I've never committed a crime to that degree or anything like that. But if I did, I would have to pay the price. And we have to pay the price. And we still, as black people, we have to hold people accountable. And women, yes, women, and you're talking about support groups or whatever. Yes, women, y'all need to support each other. You really do. Black people, men, everybody needs to get behind these victims, because it has gone on far too long. Sharon, I know how many women you know, but I guarantee you the majority of them have had something done to them. When it comes to sexual assault, I got 3 daughters, man. 3 daughters. I don't know what I would do if somebody touched my daughters. I don't know. But I know I would want them to get justice. I know that's for sure. So I don't want to hear all this stuff about, it's taking too long and blah, 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 and this man. No, I don't want to hear that. It's not going down like that. Not on my watch. Never. It'll never go down on my watch. So please, let's do the right thing. And we can correct ourselves right now, moving forward, to ensure that our women are protected. We have got to protect our women and stop this, because these are sexual deviants. These are criminals. These are predators that we have got to get off our streets. It's got to stop. I'm done.
As a woman, I can tell you something. The first thing you'd want is to know about it. God forbid if it happened to a woman you love. That's step one. Talking about it is step one, okay? I think when you raise the issue of black people, and we love to say all the time we're not a monolithic community, and we're not. When you raise the issue about black people, I think we have to be clear about issues and avenues. It can be true that the justice system treats black people horribly. Horribly. Treats us harshly as compared to our white counterparts. Wrongly convicts us, accuses us, and when we're victims, throws us away like we don't matter. That's the truth. And it can also be true that Bill Cosby could very well be the most prolific rapist of all time. And guess what? Bill Cosby, this is the other thing. White women got up in his face and this and that. You make me want to vomit. You make me want to vomit. Okay? Are we going to reduce victims to their skin color? Because that's exactly what I don't want you doing to me. Okay? Is that look at these white women, he was a star and he was rich and he can do something for my career, and so they got up in his face and he just had to rape him. He just had to sexually assault him. Bill Cosby is not innocent legally, but Bill Cosby's not innocent. And I see some queens there, black queens too, okay? I see some black queens too. But this whole thing from OJ to R. Kelly to, exactly, it's wrong, okay? If you got a beating heart, common sense, empathy, it's wrong. If you're a woman or you love a woman, it's wrong. And I just think words matter and context matters. Bill Cosby had a deal. They violated his rights. Throw it over there. Okay? Throw it over there.
I get that.
But when you talk about what Bill Cosby did, and you know in your heart, and you can see with your eyes, he did that to that young lady from Canada, Miss Constand. He did that to her. And we know her name because she allowed that, okay? And she has people all over the world who are supporting her and hating on her because of it. We got a long way to go.
She spoke up. She had the courage to do that. We do have a long way to go. And one thing about the criminal justice system, you're right. It has not been fair to us. And I hate when black people have to go to court. But once again, we have got to understand, yes, it's not right for us. And, we got to fix that part. But when you do wrong, Sharon, please agree with me on this. And if you don't, please let me know. When you do wrong, you've got to pay the price no matter what color you are. We just want equality when it comes to the justice system, right? But we're not saying because of the wrongs that have been done to us in the past, that we should be given a pass from here on out. It's not right. Do the crime, you do the time. It's bottom line. That's what I'm saying. So we can talk about the past all we want to, and I understand that. But like, if Harvey Weinstein gets the same thing, if he gets thrown in jail for a certain amount of time for the same crime, I want a black person, Bill Cosby, in the same amount of time in jail. Nothing different there. That's what we're talking about, the criminal justice system. But when you do something wrong, like I said, if I can see my father go to jail and say, look, you have to be in jail. No, I'm not getting you out. I'm not talking to your lawyers about this. You have to spend that time in there because of what you did. Because of what you did, a heinous crime. I can forgive you, God can forgive you, but society says you have to, stay in there until you rehabilitate yourself. Do that time. Anyway, we can talk about this forever. I don't want to go too far into it. I know we have already spent the first 20 minutes of the show on it, but I just hope that there are women out there who will not be discouraged because of what they have seen go down over the last 24 hours and be afraid to come and speak up if they feel like they have been wronged in any kind of way. And that just black, white, and different. Men too. I know men who have been sexually assaulted. I know somebody very close to me who's been and it's even harder for men to speak up because of every society and how that's viewed and how rapists looked at them and how they're not a man anymore or whatever. But we have to speak up about them as well. And we have to support them as well. And we can't shame them. We have got to do better as a society. And I'm going to make sure I do my part, and I hope you do the same.
Well, this overturned sexual assault conviction certainly shouldn't deter women from coming forward, because it was already bad enough. Okay? It was already bad enough. So again, I think we have to rely on the facts of this case and
yeah, we saw that.
Do better. Just do better. We're going to talk to Mark Hill about this.
I know Harvey Weinstein. I know he's thinking right now. They're coming for him hard. People like Jeffrey Epstein, people like that. Okay. We can get into like what they do as far as, you know, trafficking women, all that stuff. We have got to protect women.
That's okay.
We got to do a better job of that. We will.